Shalom is real. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, for allowing me to do another lesson. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, whom the Lord have given ears to hear. And I want to harp on a lesson I just saw from the brother, the beloved brother Shapal, GMS It's Time 2. We get out of bed for the Lord. And it's through the Spirit I came across the brother's lesson as I was looking up, the daily verse, and it brought me to Psalms 130 and 7. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just read through the whole chapter. It's a short one. Now, I want to start at 5 for the sake of time, where it says, I wait for Yahweh, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Now it says, when you go into the commentary, it says, my soul waited for the Lord. This is repeated for the confirmation of it, and to show the vehement and constant disposition of his mind towards the Lord, as well as for the sake of what follows, more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning, or more than the morning watchers that watch for or until the morning, than watchmen of cities or the keepers of the walls, as Aben Ezra. Those who are upon the last morning watch and are looking out for the morning light, that they may go off from duty and lie down and sleep. So, as followers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, as followers of the word of the Lord, we always must be watching. We always must be watching on our watch. All right, as we are a watchman for Israel. And then at the appearance of the morning light, right, at the time of Yahweh Shai, we don't have to watch anymore. Our job is finished. It says that they may go off from duty and lie down and sleep, or than those that sit up with sick persons, who being solitary and melancholy, as well as want sleep, long for the morning, that they may have some refreshment. And remember what Yahweh Shai said to his disciples in Matthew's the 5th chapter. Pretty much to look after the lame, the halt. It says right here, St. Matthew 5, no, St. Matthew 10 and 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Right? And going into the point where it says, who being solitary and melancholy, right? Because for the most part, most people are asleep right now. But we fighting that natural urge, as even physically speaking, the body wants to sleep at night. All right? But we up. Our minds is rushing, constantly meditating on the time, the sign of the times, the things that are going to come, right? And we're prepared for when Yahweh Shai does come, because the morning is coming. All right? You have this devil himself that's clocking his own doomsday. It says, or rather than the priests and Levites that watched in the temple, that wait for the morning, that they might be relieved by others, or else than those of that function who were very diligent to observe the break of day. Right? And whereas Yahushua said, this is the relief. Matthew 25 and 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. So it says, or rather than the priests and Levites that watched in the temple, that waited for the morning, that they might be relieved by others, or else than those of that function who were very diligent to observe the break of day, that they might enter upon their morning sacrifices, of which are many instances in the Mishnah, more than they that observe the morning watches, which they observe to offer up the morning sacrifice, who rise in the morning watches to pray. Now that's something else I also found, is that when you go into that, it says morning watchers typically refers to individuals or groups who dedicate time in the early morning to spiritual practice like prayer, meditation, or Bible study. It's a period of intentional fellowship with God, often considered the foundation of a strong spiritual life. The term also appears in the Bible, with some interpretation suggesting it refers to the practice of offering morning sacrifices and prayers. As a matter of fact, I believe even King David, let me see. Right. Psalms 55 and 17. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. Right? So that was a thing we did in the ancient world. So it says, and it is healing that is in his wings, and salvation and deliverance from any distress is light that brings. So like, let me read from the top. The coming of a Mashiach is said to be as the morning, and the light of God's countenance is comparable to the morning light. The discoveries of pardon and grace are through the bright shining of the Sun of Righteousness, and is the healing that is in his wings. And salvation and deliverance from any distress is light that breaks forth as the morning. All and each of these are more desirable and more to be waited for than the natural light of the morning. See 2 Samuel 23 verse 4. Let's start at 3. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me, he that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. And he shall be as the light in the morning, when the sun riseth, even a morning without clouds. As the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain. Right? So that morning light was a one of refreshing. You know, in other words, it's saying that a ruler is supposed to invigorate the people, refresh the people, right? With which his wisdom and by his might does so. Then it says Hosea 6:3. Let me start at the top. Come and let us return unto Yahweh, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us, and the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord. His going forth is prepared as the morning, right? The dawn. And he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth, right? So Yahushua is going to come to us, and when he comes to us, that's at the time of our growth. You know, because in the morning, you know, that's when your body's well rested. You know, that's when you have energy to live, to get up and do what you got to do. All right, he's going to be to us as the former and latter rain, because through his word we are healed, we are watered. You know, we are replenished. You know, so that's just something I was looking into. Lord willing, you are edified. Shalom to the elect.